Well, it's been quite a while. Um, the long and short of it is that I was in a motorcycle accident. I've got right arm cast, left arm cast, and I can't say too much in regards to the case itself. But what I can tell you guys is the importance of gear, the importance of watching out for others, um, and just sometimes you just have a bad run of luck, and it's that simple. So what I can say is I actually just got my little letter today in the mail, and 0% at fault for my situation, which is fantastic, as expected. Um, I can't go too much in details, but I was going down a road. A vehicle decided to turn left in front of me. Um, it was 100% my right of way, and they hit me. And I was nearly stopped by the time I hit them, but they hit with such force that I shot across the roadway about 25 feet to my right and a very few feet forward, which indicates that I was not going very fast. So that's already solidified, done, everything's handled. So that's great. The point of this video, the point of all this, is the importance of your helmet, your gear, things that are going to keep you alive when it comes to scanning a situation, objects, stuff like that. So I will make a full recovery. Not everyone will. Um, we had a mutual friend, or I should say, friends of friends, who was going twice the speed limit. Truck pulls out, dead on the scene. And that was the same exact day that I had my accident. Just very unfortunate. So for gear, okay. If you guys look at helmets and you say, oh, $500, $600, $700, that's way too much. I'm gonna get this budget basement shit. Don't. Just don't. I had an Arai Signet X, cost me $950 plus the Pro Shield, whatever it was. Let's just say $1,000 helmet. Okay. The fact that I hit that windshield of their closing speed of probably 25 or so turning, and my closing speed on the brakes, let's say 15, and I did not come out completely more fucked in the head than I already am, says something. That helmet, I've got videos, but I can't show it. That helmet saved my life. Plain and simple. I will never buy a different company beyond Arai after this because that's the helmet for me. And when it comes to body damages, road rash, stuff like that, I was trained enough through my very good friends to know how to react, how to use the most braking I can, possibly, how to take an impact to the best of my abilities. And I was able to walk out of that with minor or zero spinal injuries. We're still checking out the atlas bone. Every now and then I get a little dizzy if I'm fully laid down and get back up again. So that could be atlas bone related. So base of the neck, very simple. But zero road rash, zero leg damage, apparently very minimal to zero spinal damage. No cuts, no scratches, and nothing. And what I did is, as I'm seeing this vehicle approach me from my left at a very fast rate, the first thing I did was I'm braking, emergency braking situation, thankfully on a new bike that has linked front and rear brakes, which definitely is part of the fact that I didn't die. And as I'm about to hit the front corner of this vehicle, I pop up on the pegs and intentionally get ready to high side because I know I'm going to go over, right? It's the only situation I can get out of this to where I'm moving in the right direction. Forward is the correct direction, in my opinion. Obviously, I didn't calculate how fast they were going because they were, I mean, I did, but I didn't think they were really going to go that fast into me with not even a semblance of braking at all. Like they just, if anything, they were accelerating into me. So I jumped high-sided intentionally over the handlebars cleanly and braced myself as per the broken, completely shattered wrists. I have scaphoid in multiple pieces. I have multiple pieces of titanium in each arm, lots of screws, lots of pins, lots of it's gruesome. And I'm gonna have some really cool tattoos that say what the vehicle was that hit me on one side and what bike I was riding on the other, or something like that. And the extreme case of trying to block your energy of a vehicle with your hands, obviously not good, but because I was wearing such high-end gear, I think I was okay. So let me go over what I had. I had an Orion Signetics helmet, a very, very good Alpine Star jacket, very thick, and it's designed to pretty much be track ready. You know, very, very, very thick leather-esque Alpine Star. The pants were AAA rated. Those were from Bullet on Revzilla. Very good company. Bullet had level 2 armor and AAA rated for speed. Because my speed was very low, I have 0 damage to my pants. Alpine Star gloves were the kind of the intermediary thicker glove. It's about $140. It's their something V3, I think it is. And it has carbon fiber on the knuckles. It has the palm slider, has the finger binding for the pinky and the ring finger. And overall, gloves are unscathed. So when I tucked, I jumped in like this, right? And I'm pushing out as I'm rolling. And what that did, and I was very fortunate, is as I flew off and bounced against the windshield and then bounced into the driveway section, because I had taken so much force in my arms, my chest, my back, the majority of me was fine. So my impacts were head, terrible, but of course you try to, like, think boxing, you try to protect your head, right? So protect it as best I could, and that's kind of what ended up happening. But the gear indicated that, you know, besides my crazy dislocations and shattering of wrists and such, that I came out relatively unscathed. And I'm very, very fortunate to be in this position. And I just want to take a step back and say, you know, obviously I can't go into details because there's attorneys involved and all this stuff is very important to me because you need to have a fair trial. However, being that this was 0% my fault, I just want to say that I'm excited to get back on a motorcycle, and I have chosen the right route for my future of motorcycling. I now know that in any evening situation, the one alteration I'll change, instead of just having like the bike's reflectors and my reflectors and whatever I could do on my body, I'm going to say a high visibility jacket and high visibility pants even would be the way to go. Now, is it extreme? Yeah. Is it ugly? Yeah. But for someone to say they could not see me bothers me. I mean, they also said that they stopped fully and then they turned at 10 miles an hour, which is a complete lie. But, you know, if a liar is going to compound and be completely oblivious of their situation, I don't want to be the guy with the shit in the stick and dead. So, high visibility outfit, 100%. That's my recommendation. Do it. It takes a lot to hold back from what I want to say, but yeah, I'm excited to get back on motorcycle. It's been an amazing freedom for me. I've become very stir crazy with my cars, and the small jobs that I paid for and requested to be done by other specialists beyond myself that I don't feel capable of doing have been twiddling their thumbs. And at this point, I'm so distraught with the vehicles that I almost want to just throw it all away. And I shouldn't feel that way, but I do. So the motorcycle stuff has been an amazing outlet. So between that and the gym, which clearly the muscle atrophy has gotten to me very quickly, I just want to get back to it. I just want to live again. And a lot of people would say don't do that. Stay off bikes. No, absolutely not. That was the most alive I've felt in a very long time. Riding a motorcycle every day, I came back smiling. The whole time I was smiling. And I have stories of those 3 months of riding and how every one of those mountain miles was so educational and gratifying and wonderful. So I'm going to go the next step further. Now I'm going to add this to my business because that's who I am. If there's something I feel a lot of people don't understand, I will make it my point to educate what I can on the subject. And for me, tuning bike suspension, super gratifying. It's not specifically something I could do remotely, but for my buddies, I could say, hey, let me borrow your bike for a few days. I'll get it dialed in, hand it back. And of course, it's going to be rider variant, but it's just a really fun thing to do. And, you know, stuff like optimization of rebound on a rough road that dials in tire wear, it makes a huge difference. The confidence inspiring of a tire not slapping up and down because it's controlled is really, really nice. So, okay, get a little sidetracked. But wear good gear. Keep very much aware of your surroundings. Wear high visibility stuff because people are idiots. That's just the bottom line. And always trust your instincts. Invest in yourself. Do the basics of knowing what it takes to be a happy person and leaning into it. For me, I'm very strong-willed, and I would not be taken out by some completely oblivious asshole. That's just not how I'm going to die. Period. It'll be on my terms, and not like that. So, life is good. We'll be back soon. I'm sorry for the tuning delays and the work stuff that has been having to take a back seat for my current situation. But understand that I'm coming at this and coming back sharper and better than ever. I've really had a lot of time to reevaluate my priorities in life. My investments have been doing fantastic because I put so much effort into them early this year. And I'm going to start living life exactly how I want to, with zero compromise. For me to say that, as a nice person, if you will, zero compromise has never been on the menu. And I really think this is a step in my maybe maturity or lack thereof, inner monologue telling me what to and what not to do, to where I think it's an advancement for myself. The closer to death, the more you realize your true values. And I'm not going to tolerate bullshit. And I've said this many times over the years, but now I'm very much to that point. If you don't want to elevate yourself around me, or don't want to push others around you to be good in the way that they react to each other and treat each other, I don't want to be part of it. And I think that it's such a simple concept to be a good human being. You don't have to be a nice person, but a good human being. It really does speak volumes, and you should know how to recognize that by now as an adult. So I'm just going to do me. And yeah, for now, kick back, heal up, strategize. So I will catch you guys somewhat soon. I'm going to go on a recovery cruise, which is fantastic. So just going to sit back and let the attorney deal with it. I did my job. I survived. See you guys. Be good.